All right, welcome back everyone. Dr. Ben, not a real doctor here. 1 minute and 47 seconds. That's how long I held my breath on the first day of class. I just finished 4 weeks of breath hold training with Erwan Le Corre. Now, if you're not familiar with Erwan Le Corre, he's the founder of MoveNet. I am a MoveNet certified trainer, so I do have some affiliation, but this wasn't through MoveNet. I signed up for the course and I took the course just like everybody else. This is separate from MoveNet. Now, if you've seen some of my previous videos, you'll know that I've been doing Wim Hof for about a little over a year. Erwan's technique is more classic breath holding. It is not, you don't use hyperventilation. So Wim Hof, you go 30 to 40 times, and then on your last exhale, you'll hold your breath. So now this Erwan's technique is more useful for things like freediving, spear fishing, things like that. What you would normally need to use when you're doing breath holding for an activity. Hyperventilation can cause some problems, some surprise blackouts. It's not a good technique for that sort of thing. Now, I know you all are dying to know after 4 weeks of this class how long I could hold my breath, but I actually want to talk a little bit more about how I got to my new personal best and some of the benefits I got along the way. Now, breath holding is interesting. I learned a lot in this class that I actually didn't know, even though I'm fairly well versed in anatomy and physiology. Right now, if you were to just take a real big deep breath and hold your breath for 2 minutes, at the end of those 2 minutes, despite the fact that many of you would be feeling like you were ready to die, or may have already involuntarily breathed at that point, you probably would still be 100% fully oxygenated in your blood and in all your tissues. Your body has tons of oxygen in it, and what makes you need to breathe isn't a deprivation of oxygen. It's really your limbic brain system. So a lot of breath holding is learning to control your nervous system and learning to control your brain. You see, breathing is monitored by your autonomic nervous system, your limbic brain system. It is the original brain, the basest, most primal brain, and it wants you to breathe. And more than that, it wants control over your breathing. So when you interrupt your breathing by holding your breath, it immediately goes on alert. Your body does not want you holding your breath. And so much of breath holding is learning to control and deal with that impulse and trying to make the breath hold comfortable for as long as possible before you move into the phases of breath holding where it's just no holds barred, fight to the death to hold your breath as long as possible, basically. This course was so much about learning to regulate your nervous system through a stressful situation. A long breath hold is really nothing more than a meditation through a really stressful period. In this course, I gained so much better control over my breathing, so much better understanding of my breathing, what it is, how it interacts with my mind, my nervous system, and my body. And as I said before, I'm not an amateur when it comes to this sort of stuff. It was fantastic. In fact, in spite of increasing my breath hold by a significant margin, my favorite benefit that I got out of this class is that when I participate in intense exercise, like properly intense exercise, I rarely need to breathe through my mouth. Sometimes I'll take a deep breath to reset everything, but it's all breathing through my nose now. My nose has been broken a whole bunch of times. I didn't think that was possible. I thought that was the sort of thing that was going to take surgery to put everything straight again and open everything up. Nope. Got enough control over my breathing through the techniques I learned in this course where it's the regular process. I loosened up muscles that I knew were tight, didn't know how tight, in my rib cage, my upper neck, my upper back, improved my ability to expand my lungs, my rib cage. And as I said before, gained a much better control over my breathing just in general. This class is life-changing stuff that applies to so much more than breath holding. And I have a newfound appreciation for breath holding as a meditation practice to learn how to deal with things that come up, the horrible demons that come up when you're in the middle of fighting your body to hold your breath that apply to other stressful situations in your life. I have a newfound respect for breath holding as a meditation practice. There's so much value here in gaining control over your own nervous system to deal with the stresses of everyday life and stresses that go beyond everyday life. This is such a useful practice and such a healing practice. It's completely different when it's practiced this way rather than just holding your breath for as long as you can. Now, I know you're all dying to know, how long did I hold my breath in the final session of the class? So the class was 4 weeks, 8 classes. Class 1, minute 47 seconds. Class 8, 4 minutes, 38 seconds. I added 3 minutes, well, almost 3 minutes to my breath hold. I am over the moon, like super, super excited. 4 minutes and 38 seconds. I didn't think it was possible, really. And not only did I improve my breath hold by almost 3 minutes, I have all these other side benefits that I got out of the class. I am really, really excited to continue with this practice, see where it goes, see how much better I can get control over my nervous system, how much more conscious control I can have over my breathing in all kinds of different situations, working out, moving, hiking, stress. I mean, it really is life-changing stuff. If you get the chance to take this class with Erwan, he's talked about putting out a book and an online course here in the near future. Obviously, I don't have access to that, but if it's as good as the course, check it out. This is life-changing stuff. If you really listen to the message, really apply it to your life, and take it for what it is. It is not just holding your breath. Holding your breath is a gateway to a much deeper practice. Anyway, I have a sneaky suspicion I will not be doing Wim Hof, the breathing practice, as much, because I get a lot more out of this. I'm not trying to crap on Wim Hof. I had a lot of good experience with Wim Hof. Just for me, I resonate with this system better. It works better for me. I feel like I get more physiological benefits out of it. But going forward, practice, train, work on that breath hold, gain better control over the nervous system and the breathing. That's all I got. Do you have a breath hold system you really like? Share it down in the comments below. Have you had experience with Erwan's breath hold course? I would love to hear what you think. Other than that, that's all I got. If you liked the video, smash the thumbs up. Share the video with someone who can benefit from it. And if you haven't already subscribed, please consider subscribing. Until next time, keep your life in motion.